Well, we're back. Got this fired up earlier this morning and was not too terrible to get started. Now, just got back from the shop, so it is ice cold. Right here at the header, super cold, ready to go. It's still breaking up a little bit with this carb, but rather than change a carburetor and ignition stuff, figure we'll start with one variable. We're only worried about the starting circuit right now anyway. I'm gonna put the dogs inside, then we're gonna come back out here and kick this thing over. Hopefully it starts. I know that it was breaking up a little bit, even on the kickstand, breaking up a little bit with the brand new VM38-9. If this can start easily within 5 kicks, then I will move on to putting that carb on, addressing it one thing at a time. You guys said that in the comments, and you're right, you're not wrong. I don't knock that component. Yes, I've been changing a bunch of things at once. Let's try and do one thing at a time here. If we can get the mag dialed and fired, all I did last time to get this started up was pull a hair of timing out of it. So we're definitely a little bit more retarded than I would like it to be for optimal riding performance, but on a fixed base mag, it's a trade-off. You get go fast performance, higher RPM, idle with timing, or scale it back to get it starting. At this juncture, I want starting. I don't care about top end. I'm not trying to set any land speed records on a bike setup this way. A single drum that needs tons of adjustment and all the other fun things. So dug through all of the parts at the shop today, and I'm down to tomorrow. I just got to pull the trailer forward, unload it, and then we're gonna build a builder special shovel head deal, a Super Glide 78, 79 frame, probably about the same vintage motor and cowpie trans. So we'll slap all those together with some mag wheels. Thought about keeping them, but I don't have enough spokes. I thought I had more than I did. I was gonna throw some cheapo crusty spokes on there and ship it as a builder special, but now I think it's just gonna be the mags on there and try and get rid of one big chunk at once. So let me let the dogs in. We'll be right back, and then we'll start kicking this thing over. Again, more kicking videos. Yay. Okay, still ice cold. I'm not cheating. I'm not lying to you. I'm gonna click the choke on. We're gonna turn the gas on. I'm gonna take our green ground wire and lock this into the cylinders. Hopefully that isn't sparking. I don't really trust that kill switch at all. One, two, three. Unground our kill. There she was. I don't know why the dartboard just turned on when we did that. That was kind of weird. But that was a running bike. All right. 3 kicks, 2 chokes, 3 on. I do have the idle set pretty low right now. Well, crap. Thought I was recording. Just came back out. Was not recording. 4 kicks. This fired right up as it sits. Now, for those of you that said retard the timing, I don't think you were wrong. Genuinely, I do not think you were wrong. I'm not trying to make it sound like I know better than anybody else, but the timing was set to the vertical line in the middle. I pulled a couple of degrees out. It's starting way easier, which it should. Now, I just fired this up, so it's warm, but it's not hot. I can touch the pipes. Thought that was recording. Took 4 kicks to get going. Started on the 3rd, which I was happy with. And that was choke off. So it started, it ran for 2 seconds and then died. I think it needs a little bit more choke than that for cold start. But we definitely are making progress. Now, the only problem is I didn't just pull a couple degrees out. I replaced the coil, I replaced the condenser, and I forgot to bring spark plug wires back. That was the last thing on my list, was new plug wires. So this is the crappy old oil-soaked Excel stainless 8.8 mil stainless core wires, but they're working. I'm okay with that. I don't want to change things just for the sake of changing them. We are running a 30 pilot jet on the pilot of the Mikuni VM38-9. The other carb ran way better, so under throttle, under load. I wish this was still ice cold, but it's not. So I can rest my hand on the header right here. You're gonna find the hot spot of a motor. It's gonna be right off the flange. But 4 kicks to fire this up. Let's try it again. Now that she's semi-warm-ish. Choke off. She's way happier than it's been. This is starting easily enough where I'm comfortable taking it out in the world again. So just warm up for a minute. wish I could say that there was one exact thing. Oh, a new coil helped. Oh, a new condenser helped. Oh, new plug wire. Obviously, it's not the plug wires, but I wish I could say it was a little bit more direct. The internals of the mag were dirty, crusty, and kind of notchy when you spun it over. Clean that up. Seemed to help. It's got a brand new coil in it now too, so I don't know. Idle's way too low. And it's way too rich on the pilot jet. I guarantee you if I pull the plugs right now, they're gonna look black. But we're closer and it's starting consistently, so I don't mind switching back over to the other carb that I did have tuned where the plugs looked really good at idle. So that's the end of this video. I don't know exactly what the fix was. We did condenser, coil. So condenser and coil, it's still the same points that were in there. But condenser, coil, a new-ish set of plugs. It was one of the other ones that I was using when I was switching them back and forth. Not a brand new set by any means. So we'll pull the plugs, take a look, but that's a separate video. I'm happy. It's starting within 4, 5, 6 kicks. I think it's only gonna get better once I learn the actual sequence of what the bike wants. Granted, I am gonna put a different carb on there only because I know that one rode down the road perfect. I cannot imagine that in the course of changing or tweaking anything in terms of the ignition, coil, timing, whatever it may be, I don't think that's going to change how that carb was running. This one ran like crap around the block, so we're going back to the one that I did tune for riding, not for starting. And if we struggle, then I'll bump the idle jet up again from the Jeff Bezos special 22.5 that's in there. I'm guessing it's probably closer to a 25. I have no reference for that. I'm just taking a guess based on experience. But with the jet that's in there. And we'll come out tomorrow morning and try and get this lid off one more time, ice cold, before I go to the shop. And depending on what time that is, we'll try and light this off. If I get up earlier than that, which I probably will, then we're gonna be out here bright and early and take off the front cylinder of this 68 race motor, or stroker motor. Not race motor, but 68 stroker motor. I really want to dig into this. I was digging through more parts of the shop. I found some more Strosic stuff, all stamped. Everything's got his name on it. So we'll start going through the rest of those parts tomorrow. I'm not going to dig into the trans because it shifts and it seems to be working-ish. I don't want to do a full teardown on this because I'm fairly certain it's a brand new motor, but I do need to pop the heads off and take a look, and then I'll show you guys what the valves look like, the piston, and we'll figure out a way to measure the stroke. We'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. I think we're almost there. Hopefully this will be close to the end of the Ironhead videos. Now it's ready to go up for sale. Catch you guys later.